No matter the weather, Alexandria Emergency Hospital is always here for you. Rain or shine, our doors are open 24/7 to provide the care you and your loved ones need fast. Every second counts, and Alexandria Emergency Hospital is here to help you through any storm.
In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla.
Hey, good afternoon. Thought I was going to say good morning. I'm going to take you on the camera tour to show you the haves and the have-nots. It's good to see this bridge isn't icy. First off, again, I'm just thrilled things worked out pretty well as to what we had forecast. I don't have to be right. I need to be right. No, it's not that bad. But anyway, I'm glad that we didn't disappoint a lot of kids. So 32 degrees, dew point's 10. Bridge looks clear going into Texas, or if you're coming into Louisiana from Texas. Natchitoches had some snow on the ground earlier. It was really thin, though, so that has gone away. See, the clouds are still out there. Again, dew point's back down to 6, so it's very dry atmosphere. Now we're going to get into some snow. You can see some on the ground there in Gina, some light snow there. I'll go through some amounts here in just a bit. We'll click around and see what we see. Leesville also, it's kind of tough to see. These are geared more for severe weather than snow, but you can see the snow there behind the trees, and we're just going to go to one of my favorite shots right now. This is down near DeRidder, and it looks like they had a few inches. We're looking toward the northwest here and around the pond there. Looking beautiful this morning. I love the reports you guys are sending, the videos, the pictures. I can't say I've watched them all, but I've tried. Stellies in LeBeau, we have some pretty deep snow down here. That looks like 3 or 4 inches there. And last but not least, Alexandria. This is what we had. So it's in this area with a lot of concrete, you're not going to see quite as much, but this is what it looked like at my house this morning when things were about ending. We ended up with about 2.7 inches was what I officially measured. It was still snowing pretty heavily. You can see that back here in the tree, and in the background I even added some snow. So how about that? For right now, this is what's going on. We are still seeing winter storm warnings. We're seeing that snow. My half-brother's mom, she sent some pictures to him from Pensacola, and it was snowing like crazy. I mean, look at this. It's snowing offshore. It's getting down. I mean, Grand Isle, that video I shared earlier, I put it in the comments. That was from Bridgeside Marina in Grand Isle. Heavy snow, crazy wind, and they have hours of this to go. So snow continues. It's pretty dry on this northern edge. We saw that in parts of our area yesterday. What I did want to do, though, was go into the, go a little closer in and show you. I'm going to pause the radar. We did that. Okay, and this is what I wanted to show you. These are just the snowfall totals here. So these are what have been reported. We even had, let's see, even up in Monroe, they had light accumulations on elevated surface as well in Rayville. So had a little bit up that way. Natchitoches came out with 0.3 inches. Around here in Alexandria, we had 1.8. I measured 2.7. Had some people telling me 2.5. 2 inches out in Hesmer. 1.5 inches in DeRidder. A little bit of a surprise there that they were that low. Even more to the north. So it's not always just a clear line. It's not going to always just go from lightest up north to heaviest down south or vice versa. So 2.4 measured in Leesville. Let's get into some of the fun stuff here. Whoops, that's not fun. Let's go down and look around Lafayette. I know they had thunder snow. So 5.5 inches. That was as of 10:39, and it's snowed since then. 6.5 in Doosan, Slidell. We're looking at 2.2. And again, several more hours of snow to go down here where they have several inches already. 4 inches in Kenner. That's the official measurement out there at the airport. And then back toward Lake Charles, we have 5.3, 1.8. Let's see what they had way down here in Cameron Parish. 7 inches on Johnson's Bayou. Come on. I can go through and look at these all day. Crazy town. So that's what we had across the state. Kind of gives you a good idea. And let me tell you, after I went through all that, and after I went through all the stress in these past few days and, kind of freaked out about like not wanting to get it wrong. This actually kind of worked. I've changed the title from the forecast to, dusting to 1 inch up north, 1 to 4 kind of through here. DeRidder, you still fell in that, 3 to 7 plus down south. So I have to say that after that adjustment period we went through, this kind of did pan out. So I am not one to pat myself on the back. I am. It's fine if I get it right, but I'm also here to crush myself if I do a bad job. So this was what we saw out of that. We see cold temperatures lingering behind, upper 20s remaining where snow is on the ground, 26 in Houma, and 25, of course, the cool spot of the state here at Lafayette, 34 up in Shreveport, where they kind of missed both of these. They were too far south with the first storm, too far north with the second. Northerly winds continue. Full disclosure, I usually end with a 7-day. I'll give you a glance at it, but I let it default to the National Weather Service one. Tom's going to update all that this evening, so tune into his stream for that. It's going to be a surprise. We're going to get to see the 7-day together because I just, it's been a weird day. 34 at 2. I don't think we get there. I think we're going to stay in the upper 20s to near 30. So again, I didn't adjust these numbers. That's what happens when I don't do that. But 22 at 8, that's a big deal. We're going to cool way down into the teens. Anybody who has snow, significant snow on the ground, I'd say at least an inch, we're going to see that radiational cooling take hold because look what happens. Skies clear out, winds get light, and we're going to see temperatures. I could see some single digits down along the I-10 corridor where it clears out. Now, the next system comes in by around Sunday morning. That's going to bring us all rain. No questions there. We don't have to go into precipitation type. And if we get a half an inch of rain or an inch and a half of rain, it's not the biggest deal in the world. So I'm not going to be going too crazy. So the 7-day, okay, still the snow. That has gone. So I could take that out. I should have edited this a little bit, I guess. But mid to upper 60s by Sunday and Monday. I think Tom will take those rain chances up. So yeah, we do have another system coming in, and it's going to bring us some decent rainfall. And if you like warm weather, the 8 to 14-day outlook, we knew it would have to happen at some point. It does warm up a bit, and we'll see some precipitation. I think it's going to be a pretty busy period. Now, on the good side, I'm not seeing any loud signal for severe weather just yet. So nothing wintry on tap, nothing that I'm looking at really for severe stuff, but I think a decent bit of rain is going to start up by this weekend and continue into next week. So let's see. Snow totals from, I got those off of my radar here. So I'll share, once they get a pretty decent public information statement together with all the reports, once everything's done, I'll go ahead and put that out later this evening. And you can just kind of surf through that and see what happened. But I just went through my system here. I am able to go in and see what I just click on all the reports. These are all the reports that have come in so far. Again, I just kind of want to wait for it to finish everywhere. So even up in Jackson, Mississippi, they had light snow flurries. Yep, we're getting light snow. So that northern edge went a little further north. That was what I was leaning on in my forecast. I've seen this before with these strong systems, and the models, I mean, I'll tell you, now that we're looking back at this, models were showing 0 overhead for a little while. And what I was thinking was with this storm being so strong, such a strong trough down here, that it was going to throw more moisture in, and it did. And so forecasting worked this time and not just looking at the models. So that's a good thing. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Go play in the snow. Go have fun. I know a lot of you drove down south to enjoy it. I love the spirit of Louisiana when it comes to something like this. Everyone's a kid. Everyone's out there having fun, building snowmen, and whatever you want to do. Make the snow ice cream. Just sit in by the fire. Just enjoy your day. I will be back here tomorrow morning. I will get on some sort of normal sleep schedule, and we'll start talking about more normal Louisiana weather. But man, wasn't this fun? All right, see you later.